Let's talk about the classes that I'm going to take this semester, starting from Emotions and International Affairs. Emotions drive us to act or to refrain from acting. They influence what we do, they frame what we perceive, what we hold to be true, what we consider just. They cannot not influence international relations, and yet their role is rather rarely fully apprehended, usually rationalized away. This is very interesting because international relations are by and for humans, and humans and emotions go hand in hand. They cannot be separated. But we never really put the effort to understand emotions when emotions are the ones controlling our decisions. In this class, we're going to talk about a lot of different emotions: fear, humiliation, shame and guilt, anger, belonging, empathy, and grief. And then we have education in complex environments. In this context, complex environments are conflict zones, protracted crisis, complex emergencies, natural disasters, and other fragile settings. In this course, we will talk about how education can be used as a tool for preventing and responding to challenges of complex environments, and also the contested role of education in conflict and fragility. We will also talk about peace education, conflict elevation, trauma elevation, social cohesion, and education for refugees. And then we have motherhood and the family in global health, development, and humanitarianism. There may be no more prescient signifier of conflict, hunger, and poverty than the tired, worried mother clutching her emaciated child to her breast. But women and children have also been presented as critical sites of intervention, as the foundation of national strength, and as promising agents of change. And this presents the question, how did the fate of women and children become so closely tied to one another? What are the underlying structures that lead us to task families with building nations, solving conflicts, and/or preventing poverty? Even if you're not familiar with the rules of war, you may have heard this when you watch movies or TV series, but when there's a conflict, you will often hear, kill everyone but spare women and children. And I think that phrase is going to be discussed in this course. And then we have water peace diplomacy. Droughts and floods are increasingly intense and frequent, causing major political, social, and economic upheaval. Dams and climate change intensify the violence. Whether we use water to dominate and control or for peace depends on researchers, activists, scientists, and ambassadors of all types. I feel like this is becoming more and more relevant these days, especially now because recently I've been learning a lot about water as a tool of war, as a weapon of war. Yes, we're going to talk about water as source of conflict, water as casualty of war, water as tool of war, diplomacy to transform water conflicts. Very interesting. Do these courses sound interesting to you? I actually need to drop one of these 4 because with my other responsibilities, 4 courses are just too much. But I still can't decide on which one to drop. If I don't have all my other responsibilities, I would definitely take all 4, but unfortunately that's not the case. I'm going to decide once the semester starts. Stay tuned.